Hello, this is Diksha Choudhary, and today I will be guiding you through a project Baiq, which has been implemented by Baiq, Nurul Haqiqi, Diksha Choudhary, Yixin Chen, and Qingzhi Liu. So once you log on to our server, you will be taken to the login page. But since we are a new customer, we first have to create an account. To create an account, we will have to enter our full name, choose a username, enter your email ID and password. When we click on register, it will display a message that the user has been successfully registered. And you will be directed to the login page. There are three options for the login: the manager, operator, and the customer. Since we are a customer, we'll choose customer and enter our username and password. Now, once we enter a system, we'll be redirected to the rent bike page. Here, there are two options. We can search a bike according to our postcode. So suppose we want to rent a bike from a particular postcode, we can enter that postcode and search if any bikes are available in that location. Here, we are searching for Western and it shows that there is one bike available in the location. Now, when we go to that location, we can see the bike numbers there and enter the number to see if that bike is available or not. Now we enter the bike number 6 and the pin provided to unlock the bike. Now, when we click on rent now, we have to enter the pin here and on the bike to activate the bike. Now we will be redirected to the manage rent page. Here we have three options. We can either park the bike to make any stops during our journey, report the bike if there has been any if the bike is broken or there are any difficulties with the bike, and return the bike when we want to end our journey. So now we will park the bike. When we click on park the bike, you can lock the bike and park it in a position. When you want to unlock the bike, you have to click on the unlock button and enter the pin provided to unlock the bike. Now, if we want to report the bike for any damages, we can click on report bike button and enter the condition of the bike, provide a detailed information and choose the return location. This information will be sent to the operator to repair the bike. Now we will rent another bike to show you the return function. Now, when we click on return bike, we will choose the return location and click on return. We will lock the bike and leave it in that place. Even if we are using the bike for less than 15 minutes or for less than an hour, we'll be charged for an hour because our rental system works for hourly basis. And when we report a bike for any damages, if the damage has been reported before an hour, we don't charge the user for any prices. Now we will make the payment for our second rent. For that, there are three options. We can pay through either cash, card, or we can add balance to our account. Here, so as you can see, there are three options and we can choose either of those and make the payment. Now, we can also see the payment history and the rented bike history on the managed rent page, wherein you can track the bikes you have rented, the place where you rented it from, the time period you rented it for, and the place you returned it to. Now, we will talk about the add balance function. You can add balance to your account using either card or cash, which we can further use to pay your rent bikes. Suppose we have added 10 GB here. It shows that the balance has been added to your account. And next, when you pay using the balance will get deducted from your current account. Now, we will move on to the operator. So we have two predefined operators which and we'll use one of them to show you the operator functions. So the operator has 4 functions. He can track the location of all the bikes, he can repair bikes, and he can either move, add or remove bikes. Now suppose we will show you the track function. We will choose a bike ID to get the location of the bike. We choose the bike ID 8 and it shows that the bike is currently located in Willow Street. You can also see a table which provides all the bike information, the condition and the status if the bike is available or not. Now we will go to repair bikes. As you remember that the user had reported a bike to be broken and the operator has received the request to repair the bike. There are now the operator can repair the bike using any one of the options. So the bike can either be finished or it might be in progress or it might be sent to repair. So until the bike repair is finished, the bike will not be available to be rented. Now we will finish the repair and the bike has now been moved to be available to be rented. Now we will move to manage bikes. There are 3 functions. We can either add a bike to a given location, we'll add a condition and the availability of the bike. Now this bike has been added to our list of bikes. We have further 2 options to move the bikes to a different location or to remove a bike if the bike has been outdated. Suppose we are moving this 57 number bike from G3 to G5. We can see that the 57 number bike has been moved to G5. We can also remove a bike by clicking on the delete button. Now we can further see that the bike 57 has been removed. Now we will move on to the manager function. First, we will choose the manager from the drop-down list and enter the username and password. Once we log into the system, we can see that the manager has a dashboard which shows the number of new users for the particular month, the rent generated for this month, the most frequented location of the month, and the number of reported issues. We can also see there are 2 graphs. One shows the monthly customers of the year according to the month and the monthly rent of the year. Further, the manager can see 3 different kinds of reports, that is sales, bike issues, and customers. We will begin with sales. Here, you can see that the manager can choose a start date and an end date to generate the reports. Now, we will choose the start date. Here, we have chosen 2nd of August as the start date and 3rd of November as the end date. Now, when we generate the reports, you can see the total rent generated by the location given and the total income by the location given. Here we can see that G14 has the largest amount of rent generated. You can also see a table which shows the location and the number of bikes, the bikes rented, and total gross income. Now we will move on to bike issues. Here we will choose the start date and end date to generate a pie chart of the bike issues. Here you can see the pie chart shows the bikes which are in good condition or which have some defects. We can also see the number of bikes that were repaired or are in progress or are waiting to be repaired. There is also a table which shows the bike ID, the time the report was made, the condition of the bike, the operator the bike repair was assigned to, and what is the status right now, and the repair time. Further, we will move to customers. Now, we will choose the start date and end date to generate a report for the customers. Here, we can see the pie chart shows the rent duration of the customers. So there are maximum of the customers generated the bike for more than 3 hours and or 1 hour. A few of the customers rented it for 2 hours or like less than 1 hour or something. And we also see the users by time. We also see a table that shows the user ID, the bike ID, the rent time, the return time, and the location, like gives an entire information of the history or the data generated by the users. The manager can also manage operators. So when we go to manage operators, the manager has the power to add a new operator using the name, providing a username, email, and password to the operator. When you add the data, it says that the manager has successfully added a new operator. And when we can also see the manager list and see that the operator ID is 69 and the new operator has been successfully added. Now we log out from the system, and that was about our system. Thank you.